Hello, welcome back to Teenage Modern News Turtle. I'm Joseph Christopoulos.
And I'm Soha. If you're new here, we just look into modern news and things that are going on at the moment and how they're going to affect the younger generation and things like that.
Today we're going to be talking about college and its admission rate, how the prices are rising, and how admissions are going down.
So our second topic is about celebrity crushes and just like how people get so obsessed with them. I'm unfortunately a victim. I love you, Chris Darniolo. But
Is there someone's birthday today?
It is. It's Chris Darniolo. So if you didn't know, we're filming this on the same day because me and Joseph don't see each other that often. So we're filming this on the same day that we filmed the last podcast, but you should be seeing this on August 16th. But right now it's August 1st. So school starts in 5 days when this comes out.
I don't want to come back.
Joseph, I don't want to go to school. Oh, anyway, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so we're not trying to influence everybody or anybody or anything. We're just trying to raise awareness about situations and share how they might affect us and stuff like that. That was really bad. Okay. Then we're in our background section now, so we're just going to tell you some more information. So all of us are doing everything we can to try and get a good stuff to put on our college apps. I mean, like me and Joseph, or at least I started the podcast because I thought it would be something good to put on college apps and something unique. I also like talking to Joseph, so that was a good reason. But college admissions have become much more cutthroat and difficult. Even our local state schools such as U of M and MSU, U of M's a really good school, but like MSU too, they're having really low acceptance rates compared to what they were in the years past. It used to be just having a good GPA and a few extracurriculars would get you into a top school, but acceptance rates have been incredibly low according to have been at a record low, according to top-tier admissions. Sports, community service, clubs, and outstanding grades aren't just good anymore, they're almost expected. And usually, unless your whole family died of cancer, you almost did but came back to life, it is incredibly difficult to get into an Ivy League. I know 6th graders who are already talking to college consultants because they don't think they'll have a chance unless they start as early as possible.
Like Soha said, I joined this podcast to help strengthen my college application.
Joseph, I literally thought that you liked me.
I write it down below. You got there. Like Soha said, I joined this podcast to help strengthen my college application, but also to have thought-out conversations with Soha.
That was a high five.
But do our college applications even matter if we cannot afford to go to the school we want to get into? According to the Education Data Initiative, college tuition goes up almost 12% every year. According to the U.S. News, the average out-of-state tuition costs approximately $23,630, but the top colleges can cost up to $80,000 a year, says Best Colleges. Because of this, CNN estimates that the average debt for all people who have gone to college was $38,787, and those with only a bachelor's degree owed an average of $29,400. So and I both want to go to good schools. I personally want to go to UPenn, which costs $85,000. If I go there for 4 years, I would owe around $350,000, which I would either be paying for until I'm at least in my 40s, or I'd be paying far too much a year, so I wouldn't be done with the debt earlier.
And I personally want to go to Yale. It's like my dream school, but last time I checked, it's around $100,000 a year, which would total to around $400,000 just for undergrad. And, like, I'm lucky enough to have my parents have a college fund set up for me, but, like, that's still incredibly expensive.
So my main question is it worth it to go to a good, expensive college that is hard to get into if I can go to a cheaper in-state college for the same degree?
Me and my dad were actually talking about this last night because I was telling him about our podcast. So now, if you're new here, me and Joseph are just going to discuss the effect that it's going to have and things like that. You want to go first?
So I think for especially the application process and the admission rate, it's like really bad for our mental health to be always doing something so that we look better than all these other people who are also always doing something. So we have to feel like we constantly have to one-up everyone around us.
Yeah, and also a lot of things that have become really popularized is having like a rounded application, so having an application specific to what you want to major in. And I think that's kind of wild because it's so much unnecessary pressure to figure out what you want to do with your life at the age of 14. Yeah. And it's just, again, it's really bad on mental health. It takes away from, like, the last few years you're going to have before you start, like, having to really lock in to get rich. Because that's, like, what everybody wants at the end of the day. Not really. But, like, that's, like, a lot of people's main goal, I know. But, especially mine. I want to get rich and then retire at 20. But that's not going to happen. But, yeah, and also, I feel like with how hard it is to get into college now, it kind of dehumanizes applicants and, like, other students around you, because
they're just competition.
I know, like, personally, when I hear people, like, are doing better than me, I'm like, oh, how am I going to go to college? Like, it kind of dehumanizes people because everybody's their own person. Everybody has their own capacity. Everybody's in different financial situations. Like, if somebody's going to a college program but you can't afford to go, obviously they're going to have more to put on their application. Everybody has more time. Some people have to work jobs to help support their family. It's different for everybody.
Yeah, like, I was talking to my mom, and she doesn't even want me to go to a good college because she doesn't want me to put that much stress. I was like, I need to start volunteering at least 8 hours a week. I need to get a job. And she's like, why don't you just enjoy being young? But I know, like, a lot of parents at our, like, we go to a really good school, so I know a lot of parents there are pushing their kids to try the hardest, and they don't have any time to do anything fun.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like my parents' opinions really changed after my sister got into college, because my sister, she's starting college this year, so, like, it kind of changed after they went through the application season, because it was really hard for her to get into, like, her reach schools when my parents thought it was almost guaranteed. So, like, they just thought, I feel like their opinions kind of changed after that, and they're more willing to settle for, like, a good college that's cheaper than, like, because obviously out-of-state tuition is wild. Like,
yeah.
My sister's going to UCSD, and that's around $70,000 per year, just because it's out-of-state. If we were in-state, it would be $30,000, but she also was thinking about U of M, which is $30,000 a year, because we're in-state, but obviously for people out-of-state, it would cost more. But, yeah, so my parents are thinking, like, I don't know, they don't really care about the name, they're thinking more about pricing and how U of M's still, like, a really good school. So is MSU, so is Oakland, so is Wayne State. So they're thinking more about, like, maybe I shouldn't stress myself out like that and just, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm pretty lucky that any college in Michigan I can pretty much get into with really low tuition because my dad's in the military and he saved his GI bills so that he can use them towards our college. Mm-hmm. So we get a lot off per semester, as well as community college in Michigan is also going to be free soon.
Yeah.
So
it's just, there's, like, that kind of, like, push and pull, but also, like, there's also, like, a lot of people want to go to a name college that people know.
Yeah.
When, like, in reality, like, some other college could be, like, way better, but it's just not as big of a name. Like, I know my sister applied to John Hopkins, and she really wanted to get in, but I, like, did not know what it was, so I was like, why don't you just go to, like, somewhere else?
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, what it was, but it's a really good medical school. It's a really good school to go to if you want to be a doctor, especially, which is what my sister wants to do. But, yeah, so there's just, like, that. So there's, like, names, but also, like, I think it's just ridiculous how hard it is to get into college now. Mm-hmm. Like, because I know we go to a really good school. We go to an IB school, but a majority of our graduating class went to Oakland Community College, went to Wayne State, just because of how difficult it is to get into college.
Yeah.
But U of M was really difficult to get into this year as well. Just because, like, application rates have been higher, so acceptance rates have been way lower.
But I also feel like at our school, if you say you're going to, like, a community college or not, like, a great college, you get, like, shamed for it. Like,
really?
I don't know. I feel like everyone just wants you to go to, like, a good college because you're going there. So, like,
yeah,
you say you're going to go to community college. Why are you going to this school?
I just think there's just no point to any of it. There's no point. I get that, like, Ivy League schools are really great, but, like, you're paying $100,000 a year for a degree that you could have gotten at community college, you know? It's basically just the name. It's the name that gets you good jobs, I guess. But I don't know. If, like, the name didn't exist, would you really still want to go
But
there?
if you, like, work hard in your new job, I feel like you can get your career lifted off. You just have to put more effort in. Then.
And, like, I'm obviously kind of biased with, like, Ivy League schools because I desperately want to go to one. I really want to go to, like, Yale, obviously. And, like, I want to be a lawyer, and a lawyer's all about names and confidence and things like that. So going to a good school is obviously going to get me far in the field of law. But, like, I don't know. It's just, there's just, like, a lot.
Yeah, I wanna be a realtor, but, like, everyone says that I shouldn't, because you don't have to go to college to be a realtor.
Yeah, you
so
can
I
go
thought
at 16,
I could just, 18 in Michigan, which is really sad. So
I
wanted to start making money right out of college, but everyone's like, no, you should go to college. And, like, my family and, like, the adults around me, they, like, think that if you don't go to college, you can't be successful.
Yeah, but sometimes realtors are, like, really rich.
Yeah, so, but, like, and my violin teacher says, if you got a business degree, you could lead the realtors. Like, I could do that if I didn't have a business degree, too.
Yeah, but it's just, like, there's a lot of stigma around people that don't go to college, especially if they want to pursue the arts or things like that. Yeah. I feel like people get shamed so much for wanting to go into the arts, but, like if somebody didn't want to be a director, you wouldn't get movies. If somebody didn't want to be an artist, there would be no art anywhere. Yeah. Like, I feel like people forget that, like, our generation is the next artists that are going to be developing. Like, all the old ones that are around right now aren't going to be there forever.
Yeah.
So people do need to still pursue the arts. People need to pursue music. People need to pursue things like that. And there's just so much stigma around having to go to college to be successful. Like, obviously, I want to go to college, but, like, there's just so much that's, like, you have to go to college or else you're not going anywhere.
But leading into, like, my next point is that if you do go to college, then you have to, and you don't get a scholarship or you don't go in state, it takes forever to pay it off.
Actually, I gave a speech about this.
Yes.
So, in speech, shout out Miss Gardner, in our speech class that we had to take this year, I gave a speech about how I think college should be free, just because, like, I'm not speaking personally from experience because I have a college fund set up for me, like I said before, but I know, like, a lot of people are working part-time jobs to be able to afford college, and not just because they want money, like, they need to afford college. And I'm also, like, student loans are hard to get. FAFSA is, like, hard to attain at this point because everybody's applying. And, like, a lot of people, I know that it's, like, kind of a stigma, but a lot of people whose parents don't make, like, basically but, like, nothing, because that's kind of, like, the requirements if you want financial aid. Your parents have to make really little. But, like, I don't know, the average family can't afford, like, a $400,000 tuition.
Exactly. And my parents were like, they're only going to pay for my college if I go in-state. But I don't like any of the schools in Michigan, so...
U of M's a good school, but if you go to U of M, I'll go to U of M.
I don't want to go to U of M.
But, like, yeah, that's what... My parents kind of set up a rule, too. They said, like, they gave me a list of colleges, and they said if you don't go to any of these schools, you're going in-state. And so I was like, okay. But, like, a lot of people, like, their parents... Like, my parents said they would pay for college, but, like, a lot of people's parents don't even offer, like... So they gotta work part-time jobs in college to afford it. Take out student loans, which can follow you for, like, the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Student loans... I actually have statistics to back this up, but I don't remember where. Student loans, I think every single person in Michigan has... Like, if they were, like, to divide all the student loans between everybody in Michigan, it would be around $35,000 per person.
Yeah, it's a lot higher than the national average.
It's a lot higher than, like, other states. Like, especially in Michigan, which is just crazy. And, yeah.
I just feel like if you go to college and you rack up that much debt, it can, like, pretty much cross off the benefits of going to college. Because if you started making money right out the gate, or you had a cheaper...
Usually you don't, especially for med school. You have to go there for what? You're in school, when you go to med school, for around 9 years.
Yeah.
That's 9 years of college you gotta pay for, and you start making money till, like, really later. Because first you have to do a residency, and then you start making bank. But...
So, like, I don't see the point if you could get it in-state for a lot cheaper, and then you maybe have a lower starting job than someone who went to, like, Harvard or Yale, but you don't have to worry about paying off the debt or living in debt.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's come more to light now that people are realizing, like, exactly how much college costs.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, a lot of people are, like, shooting less, which is why the admission cycle is gonna, like, kind of reset when we start applying. But we're just kind of doing this because we know juniors are, like, in application season right now, like your brother, probably. Yeah. And a lot of people I know are in application season right now. But also, I just think it's so bad, because how are you guys supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life at 17?
My brother has no clue. Like, he said physics. Like, physics is not a degree.
It's not a degree.
Like, we went to a college fair, and he told everyone, I want to do physics. And I'm just like...
Like, what in physics? What do you need a position?
But I'm so jealous, because he doesn't even care, like, where he goes. And I'm, like, trying to plan to a T what I do. I never follow my plan.
Yeah.
But I try to plan, and he's just, like, go with the flow.
I, like, desperately... I want to make a plan, but I don't know what to do, because it would have been so much easier if I wanted to be a doctor, because I could just gone with my sisters. But, like, I don't. Being a doctor is probably the last thing I want to do. But, I know some of my friends, they, like, still have no idea what colleges they want to apply to, what they want to do. And they're in their application season right now. They're just forming an application. They don't know what they're applying to.
I made a spreadsheet ranking what the degrees that I want, because I want a few different things. And I have, like, over 50 colleges on there. But then you have to think about paying for your application fee. Like, I would apply to so many schools, but that's the application fee.
I think the application fee might be the stupidest thing ever.
Like,
why am I paying to apply to pay more? How does that even make sense?
That the people have to get their money.
Like, I know, I know they have to pay, like, the admissions officers.
Well, like, if your students are paying $60,000 a year.
You're making so much money alone. Like, I don't know. And, like, community colleges, clearly the admissions officers aren't doing that much.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty easy to get into community college. So, why am I paying to apply to community college? I just think that's stupid. But now community college is going to be free, so.
Yes.
So now we're going to start on our more fun topic. If you're new here, we have a serious topic and a fun topic for each episode. And today's topic is celebrity crushes. So everybody has like a celebrity they find attractive, but they're kind of like, I feel like celebrities wouldn't be that attractive if you just saw them like walking and you didn't know who they were. I think they're just kind of pushed onto us as like put on a pedestal and set up as perfect people. Like obviously, if I saw a celebrity, if I saw like Leonardo DiCaprio, like young Leo DiCaprio on like the street, I'd be like, oh, that's like a good looking man, but I'm not gonna like pounce on him. You know what I mean?
And you have to think like in the movies and like on TV, they have so much on them
that
you don't even know what they actually look
like. So. But also, like, when you see... Yeah, I feel like celebrities are, like, pushed onto you so different than how they probably actually are.
Yeah.
Like, the way they act. And I feel like the way they act is probably so different. Like, they probably have their own, like, publicist and stuff that puts together, like, an act for them.
I just watched all of Modern Family, and, like, Cam, he's, like, this flamboyant gay man. And in real life, he's, like, the most chill, like, down-to-earth guy. And he's so quiet. And I feel like so many celebrities
Cam's
are like
the not ginger, right?
Not the ginger.
I love Modern Family. I just forget the two name. But yeah, because everybody just gets pushed on, like, a different way. But also, like, I feel like the obsessions that people have with celebrities is, like, a little bit wild, but it's not, like, out of the ordinary.
I think it dehumanizes them almost.
Yes,
like,
definitely.
you forget that they're people with feelings and that they probably don't want to be subjected so much.
Have you seen, like, I'm talking from, like, because I watched, like, those episodes. Like, I watch, like, the YouTubers that, like, read fan fiction about themselves.
Yeah. And
it's, like, some people write crazy stuff. It's actually wild. And I feel like people forget that they're, like, human beings.
Or, like, the AI-generated images.
Or the, character AI. People, like, forget... There's character AI of, like, real people.
Yeah.
And not just, like Albert Einstein, like, people in history. Like, there's character AI of, like, people living.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is so wild. And, like, that person's, like, alive. You could talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, they're a real person. Like, I get, like people in books and stuff like that. Or, like, a character in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, an actual person is just wild. But, anyway. So, we'll get into our questions now. Have you ever had a celebrity crush? I know I definitely have. I've had many.
I have.
Yeah. We won't name names. But, like, how obsessed were you with them? So, like, were you buying their merch? Were you stalking their social media? Were you talking to their character AI?
I watched every movie they were in. And it was, like, over 10 in one day.
Yeah, I've been very obsessed with a lot of guys in the media. I've talked about Cristiano like a million times. That's because it's his birthday, by the way. I just felt like I needed to mention him. But yeah, so like I've definitely bought merch from some celebrities. I've like stalked their socials, and this doesn't even have to be crush. This can just be like general celebrities, because I know like a lot of girls are obsessed with Taylor Swift. I'm one of them. I love Taylor Swift, but like definitely like social media. I've talked to character AI Taylor Swift. It was really scary.
And you were just complaining about?
No, I was like icked out by it because I thought it was weird. Like why are people doing that? I just wanted to see what it was. What?
You don't want to talk to Taylor?
I want to talk to Taylor, but she's not gonna answer me. But so I was like, what does character? Because I didn't know what character AI like was doing. So I like literally went hi, and she said hello. She said, looking up at you through her eyelashes, and I turned it off right there. It was so scary. Oh my god. But who are the most popular celebrities you know people find attractive? So you want to start with men?
Sure.
Okay. I know.
Chris Sturniolo.
Obviously. Sturniolo is just me, like, at this point. And then I know Timothy Chalamet, Tom Holland, definitely.
Let me look through some texts.
Okay. That's weird. And then young Leonardo DiCaprio, young Johnny Depp. There's, like, a lot of ones from, like, a while ago that people find attractive.
I can't find them.
I'm trying to think, like, who's newer.
The guy in the Twisters movie.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
I love Glenn Powell. Ryan Gosling.
Tom Cruise when he was younger.
Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise. My mom loves Tom Cruise.
My mom loves David Muir.
I don't know who that is.
The ABC's news host.
ABC's new? I don't know. I don't know who that is.
That's not okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll search him up, I swear. Like, later. But, who else? I'm trying to think. Ryan Gosling. I already said that. Henry Cavill. Ryan Reynolds. That's just men, though. So, you want to move on to women?
Sure.
I think...
Taylor Swift.
No, men hate Taylor Swift. Adriana Lima, definitely.
I don't know who that is.
People are getting really into, what's her name? Leah Halton?
Natalie Portman.
Say it.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman. People like Blake Lively. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are like a power couple. And, I don't know.
Oh, Zendaya.
I don't know. Zendaya, yeah, I love Zendaya.
Why did you choose?
I really like Tom Holland. But anyway, so what's the most unhealthy celebrity crush that you've seen somebody have?
Soha and Chris Sturniolo.
What?
She never stops talking about him, and she posted his birthday on her story.
Not on my main story, on my private story. Like, with my friends. That's got, like, 10 people on it, Joseph. Come on. But, like, it's not... Yeah, I did post for him, though. It's my baby. But, anyway. No, it's not... No, because that's not even the worst I've seen. I've seen this girl. She was obsessed... I forget with who. I'm trying to, like, think. She was obsessed with this one guy. I forget his name. But he wasn't, like... He wasn't that hot. I'm, like, trying to remember who it was.
I know someone who puts, like, their celebrity crushes as their background photo.
Yes! Oh my god, this girl, I know. If she sees this, I'll feel bad, because she's, like, a good friend of mine. But she's really obsessed with this kid, Mason Thames. And, like... He's in the black phone. I pray to God she doesn't listen to this, because I love her. I love you. I love you if you see this, and I'm not trying to, like, accuse you of anything. But, yeah, she has him as her background. And, like, she watches the movie, like, every single day. And I think she's got posters of him in her room. And she's gonna go meet him. And, like, I know some girls who, like, generally, actually, like, not, like, ironically talk to, like, the character AI version of their celebrity crushes. Which is weird. Oh, and my friend, I might full name drop here. But she knows. She's, like, obsessed with Jude Bellingham. Like, her like, whole... Jude Bellingham's a soccer player.
I know.
Jude Bellingham is another popular one.
No, people at our school, Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Didn't you wear his jersey?
I like Bellingham. I have his jersey because he's hot. But, like, she's, like, so obsessed with him. Like, her whole spam account is just about him. And she tried to steal my jersey, and she's trying to get her parents to let her, move to Real Madrid. So that she can... Or not to Real Madrid. She's trying to get her parents to let her move to Madrid so that she can meet him.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. I love you, though, Simran, if you see this. She's probably going to listen to this, and then she's going to, like, yell at me. But anyway, so, at what point is a celebrity crush too excessive? Joseph, you can't say me. I'm really not that obsessed.
I don't know. Like, when you stalk their, like, pages, that's kind of weird.
No, that's not even weird, Joseph.
That's kind of weird.
I feel like the point where it gets too weird is just, like, where you start, like, thinking they're actually, like, a figure in your life.
Yeah, or that you'd actually,
just,
like, be able to pull them.
What?
When you think...
Oh, yeah, you're, like, delusional enough to think that you can...
Yeah.
Like, I know that me and Chris Darniello are never probably gonna meet.
Probably.
Like, let alone fall in love. We're probably never gonna meet. Unless it's, like, some crazy chance and I, like, see him in an airport or something. But probably we're never gonna meet. So, like, I'm not, like, that obsessed. But, like, when people are, like, generally like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say to this and this and this when I meet him. Like, you're not gonna get him to fall in love with you.
I know you say Chris is your baby, but when people say, like, my husband or my wife, it kind of icks me.
Oh, yeah, and they'll just refer, like, not their name or anything, they'll just refer to them like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I was like, my husband has posters in, like, my room. I think posters in the room is, like, weird. I know people do that, but I just think that's weird. Like, why are you...
If they're your idol, but, like, if they're your crush.
I feel like if you want to, like, be like them and you want them there for motivation, like, I know a lot of people have, like, David Goggins. Because he's, like... He's, like, a fitness influencer, and a lot of people are trying to get like him, so they put him under their wall.
Oh.
But, like, I feel like that's fine, because you don't have, like, a fat crush on him. You just want to be like him. So I think that's fine. But, like, I don't know. I just think, like, putting him... I knew a girl who, like, put Glenn Powell on her wall and, like, kissed him. Like, every night before bed.
So odd.
Which is so creepy. But, and it wasn't even, like, when he... Like, now, because people are obsessed with Glenn Powell now. It was, like, a few years ago when he was, like, not that great. But anyway. Do you want to do the next one? Do you have more?
I think you want to skip it.
No, I like this one.
Okay, fine.
What would you do if you met your celebrity crush? This
is
literally what we were just talking about.
I would take a picture and I'd run away.
I think I'd just be like, hey, I'm, like, a huge fan, and I'll take a picture. And
I'd get them to sign something.
I would just take a picture. I feel like a picture's enough.
Yeah.
Because signed, like, you can get forged. I think, like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. I, like, wouldn't know what to say. Because, like, you don't know how many pictures I have saved of you on my phone right now. Like, you can't...
Don't go through her Pinterest.
Don't go through my Pinterest. Oh, my God. It's just pictures of him. Like, there's nothing weird on there. It's just pictures. But, like, I have other things on my Pinterest. I'm not, like, a creep, guys, I swear. But, like, I would probably just take a picture with him and then leave. Like, because I don't want to bother him. He has, like, his own life. Mm-hmm. What would you do if your celebrity crush got a significant other?
I don't even know.
I know some girls that, like... Because Chris Darniello, he's got, like, a lot of fans. but some of them are like psychotic. Okay, Joseph's on his phone. He's not watching.
Sorry.
But I know some girls like Chris Daniolo. I'm only talking about Chris Daniolo because he's been my celebrity crush for a few years, but I used to like Finn Wolfhard a lot. But I know a lot of them, like a lot of fangirls is what they're called. They like freak out about...
Oh, like the boy band fangirl.
Yes, like, oh, One Direction. Harry Styles is another one we should have said. A lot of girls like Harry Styles.
He's so odd.
And my sister loved Harry Styles for a little bit. You know who's actually Justified? Zayn Malik. He's so hot.
I can see it.
Yeah, he is. You haven't seen... Like, you need to see more pictures of him.
Is that your band?
What? Did it fall off? Oh, no, this is just the tape. If you guys don't know, I'm, like, injured currently, and I have tape over my foot, and it fell off. But it's okay. I'm just not gonna put it. It's fine.
Can we wander the library?
What?
Let's wander the library.
No, we have to finish, Joseph. Joseph's
This is
not
stressful.
not a great podcast host.
That's offensive.
But this is like a juicy question, which is next. I need to finish what I was saying. I know a lot of girls, like fangirls, who are like, oh my god, if my celebrity crush gets like a significant other, I'm gonna tweak my shit and like start hating on her. Like I know, like a lot of girls get hated on for hanging out with famous guys, which is like wild. But like you don't even know them. You don't have claim over them. They're their own person. But this is a juicy question, so we should save time for this. Has social media changed how people view celebrities and how intense the obsession with them is?
I feel like, yeah, because, like, before, like, social media, you can only see them in their movies, and, like, only if you had the movies
like,
at home, or if you
or
rented
things
them.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, so you couldn't, like, really watch the celebrities. But now they post everything, so you can just see. Yeah,
and I definitely think that it's kind of dehumanized them more.
Yeah.
Just because they seem to be, like, everywhere, and you can access pictures of them at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they seem like less of people and more of just, like, figures.
Yeah.
And definitely, like, obsessions. I feel like everybody was always obsessed with celebrities the same way. But now it's just, like, there's easier access to them. So, thank you guys for tuning in to our second official episode of the Teenage Modern News Turtles. I'm Soha Day.
I'm Joseph Christopoulos.
And we'll see you next time.